Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where as usual we've got some maintenance work to do here before we are ready to proceed. Now, I was looking through our mega structures. Apparently we don't have any under construction right now, so we should get two going. And I think we should go for the Strategic Coordination Center. This gives us naval cap, it gives us sublight speed, starbase cap and defensive platforms cap are nice as well. I mean, the starbase cap is actually quite nice here. So we'll get this one going and we'll also upgrade this one. So for now, that'll be fine. That'll also spend down some of our alloys, which are, you know, a nice thing to do. So now we need to go through our jobs here. What else do we need? We've got a mining world here. This, I guess we upgrade a site or revitalization center. And then beyond that, we could put in, like, industrial districts? Sure. It seems okay for now. What else do we want to put in? We've got an agri world here, and we could definitely make some improvements here. This is waiting on demotions, so I'm just going to upgrade these structures and call it good. What else do we need? We've got a trade station, and this is not exactly a trade station. We are going to redesignate this over to being a foundry station. Cool. This unification station needs amenities, and it's currently low on its stability. I'll put in a leisure district, and we'll call that good for now. Not that there's a person to work that job. There's no pop there, but that's fine. Maybe somebody will migrate there eventually. So we've got this generator world here, and this actually is going into like a mining world as its secondary. Seems okay. We'll put in a mineral purification plant there and a mining district, but we've got lots of jobs available here. This generator station is lacking in amenities. That's not shocking. We're a little overbuilt on housing. I'm going to replace one housing district with a leisure district, and that should help that. We've got an urban world here, negative on the amenities, but a lot of that is due to devastation. I'm not too concerned about that. This is really almost more of a mining world, isn't it? So we would need that to be this guy here. I would replace this military... No, not resettle. Okay. I would replace this military academy with a mineral purification plant and then build like a mining district, but we can come back to that later. That's absolutely fine. We've got a foundry station here. This looks relatively maxed out. I mean, we could replace this hydroponics farm with something in theory, but I think it's fine as it is. We're not super high up on our food production. So I think we're just going to resettle these over to, say, Ever and Prime. And there we go. Ever and Prime is now fully employed, and that should go away. Yeah, there we go. Cool. We're waiting on demotions here. No big deal. Let's get a couple of jobs in these research complexes. This is set up as a research station, and I think that's okay for right now. We could put in like a trade district here as well. This is a trade station, allegedly, but it's actually a generator station. We're a little overbuilt on our housing here, I think. Let's put in a couple of reactor districts, and then we'll upgrade our energy nexus, and we'll call that good for now. Okay, so we're down to night shift right now. What do we have going on here? We're just waiting on a demotion here, to be honest. I think this is fine. I'm not too concerned about that. On Dibia, we could certainly get alloy megaforges going. We're going to be a little bit overpopulated still. So I want to scroll down to another world like, say, Tiamat Prime here. This is a research world with 19 available jobs. I'm going to move all of those robots over for now. Cool. What else do we need? We've got Dibia here, which is a different Dibia, and this is waiting on demotions. No problem. We've got Entropy's Promise here. This is mostly alloy production, but it's also kind of a research world. Lacking a research institute, though. I'm going to replace this Hyper Entertainment Forums with a research institute. That'll actually give us a ruler-level job, which would be great. Beyond that, we need demotions. We're building on all of these, so that seems fine. This needs demotions. 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 Although we might be able to fill that job with, like, that. This is apparently a pop-producing center. Whatever. We've got a trade center here, although this really shouldn't be set up as a trade station. This should really be set up as a research station. So let's get that set up like so. I'm going to put in a research institute here, and we're going to replace these synthetic crystal plants with research labs. And that will get us pretty much all of these jobs that we need. This is a trade station. For the time being, I'm just going to repair what already exists here. We'll think about it next pass. Okay, this could certainly be a generator station, and I kind of like that concept right now. So an energy grid would go in here, and then we build reactor districts. Other than that, it's just emotions. This, we can get some repairs going. This is a hydroponics farm. Okay, that's fine. And then we've got this ruined district for now. Okay, we'll come back to that. So that is all good. Now I want to come on down to our ships here. We know we're bombarding, and we have all of these good to go, right? Do we have any space for an additional fleet? We actually do, and we should queue that up. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to queue up a Titan over here, a sturdy class Titan, and that'll be fine. So we're bombarding down here in Scotica right now, right? And we're going to be landing over here relatively soon on last exit. It's currently at 26% devastation. Right. We were just bombarding this for the time being because I wanted to get this up to 50% to go into Bass. That was the idea here. That said, we can go in via Wellsrin, can't we? We absolutely can. And we should. That is something that we should be doing. We should just land here right now. Cool. So we're going to land on last exit right now. I don't know why I was fixated on going this direction. It's not required. Absolutely, that is not required. So taking a look at their fleets up over here, they're mostly up this way. That's not as many fleets as they had previously. Have they pulled back some fleets over here? They have. Okay. There's definitely a number of fleets over this way. That's pretty normal looking. The Praethoran Scourge still exists out here, and it's winning against the Akazurian Multistellar at this point. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Upscaling complete.
Cool. So there's a bunch of upgrades done. That's not shocking.
Starbase under assault.
The question is, when are we going to arrive in Bass? 60 days, apparently? Okay. 60 days. Sounds good. Taking a look down over this direction, our Federation is actually doing some work down over here on the Pictling Alliance. I don't mind that. The Pictlings are reasonably isolated and are probably a good next target. Yeah, I think that's absolutely okay. We've got a month tick occurring here, but we should be attacking Boss fairly soon at this point. Okay, still around 50 days? Wow. Okay, this feels like it's going slow again. Do I need to restart the game? Possibly. Possibly. We'll see. It might, this might just be normal levels of lag. Yeah, I think it is. Like, we look at this, the Titans made decent progress. I think this is normal levels of lag. I don't think we're running into a big bottleneck like we have in the past. So, over here in Scotica, when are we going to be done on last exit? That's going to be a bit yet. Sure. I believe this to be the final location that the Molarnock aggregate has, for the record. I believe this to be the elimination push of the Molarnock aggregate, which would be magnificent. That would allow us to focus in on the Pictlings, which we can get to very quickly. Now, we should note here, they're at 92% war exhaustion. This war is likely going to end at some point relatively soon. How are we doing over here? We're negative on volatile motes. Really? I did not expect to be negative on volatile motes here. Okay, we should definitely do something about that. So a world like this. I'm going to put in an ancient refinery here. This isn't actually, I think, going to fill that job. I'm pretty sure it's not. But maybe once it demotes. Maybe. Well, we've got, like, last exit here. We should definitely consider replacing this with an ancient refinery. Not that that's, you know, going to be all that much better. Volatile motes are a problem. But that will definitely help matters. This mining station here, we could replace this guy with an ancient refinery. That would definitely be an upgrade. So that's all something that we can work on. We're going in... Hang on. What just happened here? The war just ended. Terminal egress is under our control. Fascinating. I didn't necessarily expect the war to end there, but I mean, I would definitely call that a victory in the war. 100%. So, at this point, we need to turn on the Prothoran Scourge. We need to hit them hard, and we need to hit them fast. We'll be coming in from up here, and we're going to need to get construction ships and science ships ready to go. Where are we at? Okay, so we're going to get construction ships and science ships. All 5 of these are going to park up over here, right there. Okay, so I guess we're at peace now. I didn't necessarily expect to be at peace here this episode, but sure. I guess that's fine. We did manage to eliminate quite a number of their forces. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the Mullarnock aggregate. That is very sad. I guess that explains why it was so laggy there for a bit. We did end up losing Tanab. I don't care about that. We'll get it back. That's not an issue. At this point, I think it's very clear that we're the stronger of the 2 federations. I think that's very clear. We can't get another Titan just yet, but we're going to continue building that up. So we're arriving up here now, and we're moving into Tenica. Carabineers, huh? Yeah. Let them join. Beautiful. So, I mean, we're not at war with that Federation anymore. Yes. But we're definitely going to be fighting the Prothoran Scourge here for a while. So, it's not like we're shifting over into a peaceful footing. That's not a thing that's happening here. And this is only the second endgame crisis, right? I'm pretty sure this is only the second endgame crisis. So we're going to focus in on eliminating the Prothoran Scourge here and taking their territory as quickly as we can. But we're going to be kind of limited. We might want to get a 3rd science ship going here. 3 construction ships and like a lot of science ships, potentially. I don't know. We'll see if we feel limited on it later. We can build them very quickly, so I'm not too concerned about that. For now, we're going to go in and hit Tenica, and each of these are what strength?
Competitive station engaged.
300k. Wow. Okay. That's hefty. No doubt about that. That's fine, though. We can definitely handle it. Like, look at this fleet. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. How many fleets do we have? 20. Well, we know we have 20. Well, we have 19 here. We're building a 20th. So that's absolutely fine. How are we doing on that anyway? Shipyards. Okay. As soon as that goes away, there we go. So this is not needing to be surveyed. We're going to immediately come in here. This is going to be expensive to build the starbase, but we're going to immediately come in here and do that. Anything else is going to position here. Beautiful. We're going to head up to Gothra. I do kind of want to have this ship research this project. Yeah, do it. And we're just going to start taking territory out here. That is our current goal. So we are going to need to continue to reinforce our fleets, most likely. We didn't actually take any losses from that station. That surprises me. Is that true? It's true! We didn't take any losses. Remarkable. I love it. And we can hyperspace relay around here. So that's great. So we're heading into Tenica here. And we're just going to grab what territory we can away from the Prothoran Scourge. That is our idea at this moment.
Competitive station engaged.
So that'll be great. We'll make our way through here, and we're just going to continue to grow. Research agreement proposal from these guys? No, that's not helpful for us. We'll keep our influence. Thank you very much. We're going to need the influence. Speaking of needing the influence, right now, we are going to come down here, and we're going to ditch potentially Omnifarious Acquisition, and we're going to run a Will to Power instead. Now, this may run us negative on minerals. We'll see how that goes. But I definitely want to be running Will to Power here. Okay, we're still positive. Beautiful. So with us running Will to Power, that is going to massively increase the amount of influence that we're gaining so that we can grab all of this territory, right? So the Cash Forge 2 is immediately going to head up to Gothra. We're just going to move there, though. We're not going to build that just yet. So I think we go to Uproth next, actually. And then we head to Caesar. Cool. And the reason why we're doing this in this order is we want the Tenica starbase to finish to cut down on the cost of building the starbase in Gothra, the influence cost. So that'll be fine. We're going to cruise our way through here. We're not going to have significant troubles until we start to hit some of their forces. These Prothoran's fleets here, yeah, they're going to fall. The Prothorans are going to lose. We just need to take what we can get at this point. That's our current goal.
Incoming inquiry.
This research agreement is useless to us. No, thank you. How's this construction going? 43%. Cool. So we're going into Uproth right now, I think.
Engaged.
Yes, we are. Beautiful. So I want the Cash Fabricate 2 to make its way out over here. By the time it gets here, we should have this completed. And I'm hoping that we'll have Tenica done at that point as well. That would be ideal. We are capped on our alloys right now. The question is, do we want to spend that on anything? Well, the answer is we do, but on what? We could just spend it on starbase upgrades. That's actually a possibility. So not shipyards, but on like these anchorages here, we could spend some alloys on this. It'll be a bit before we're ready to build another fleet, right? So I wouldn't mind getting some of these upgraded. And this is just to buy us time without capping our alloys. That's the entire point behind doing this. This is unconnected, but it's a citadel. Right, okay, that's fine. Apparently we can upgrade defense platforms here, but we can't actually. That's fake. Okay, sure. This habitation ring is needing to be upgraded to orbital ring tier 3. Sounds good. And yeah, we don't have all those orbital rings done. But for now, that'll be fine. Cool. So, I mean, we're going to recap relatively soon, right? Just a couple of months, but that's fine. The other thing we can do is we can start building defense platforms. That is an option. So we're going to push down to Caesar. Apparently we don't need to survey any of these, and that's absolutely wonderful. I'm very glad about that. But yeah, see how this is going to cost 202? And so is this. We're just not going to do that until this starbase is done. This one was expensive on its own, but this should cheapen these others. Assuming that we don't see, like, these guys come in and steal it from us, which would be very much unhappy. We would be very unhappy about that. It would be very much unhappy. That is a weird way to say it, but sure. We're at 76% in Tenica at this moment. We don't really have that big of a need of hitting Caesar right now. Actually, we should probably just park here at the Hyper Relay. And not go into Caesar just yet. Because we're going to need either Gothra or Uproth done before we're ready to hit Caesar. So we'll do that as soon as we can, but now is not the time for that. Let's scroll on down here and check how we're doing on that Titan. It is currently about 60%
Combat
done.
detritus reprocessed.
Okay, I'm also going to queue up the non-Corvette ships right now just to spend down our alloys. So we're going to queue up 2 B Illustrious class battleships. We're going to queue up 4 Robust class cruisers. And then this is going to be what, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we go. And that is exclusively to spend a few alloys. But also because we're okay with having all of those be done around the same time as the Titan. So that's absolutely fine.
Upscaling complete.
Was that Tenica? Yes, that was Tenica. Beautiful. So now you can see 67 instead of 220. That is so much better. So we would move these guys, well, for now we just move you over to research this project. And we would move you on over into Uproth. We need to hit Caesar, but we need to... Actually, we should be building these mining stations first. There we go. I almost forgot about that. I can't believe that. Cool. Honestly, though, I'm a little bit upset that the war ended when it did, but overall, I'm quite pleased with how that war played out. We got a lot out of that war. And they got almost nothing. I think they got maybe a couple of locations up here. And maybe like one location over here. It's not relevant. Nothing that they got was remotely relevant. And we knocked at least 2 members of their federation completely out of the game. So that's absolutely magnificent. I'm very pleased with how that played out. Checking in up over here at Gothra. What do we have going on? 26% progress? Okay. Remember that we don't really care who holds locations as long as they're held by our federation. If they're held by people who are not members of our federation, then we're not necessarily okay with it. However, I'm wondering if the Ikazurian Multistellar would be interested in joining us at this point. They're hostile to us? What's their reasoning here? Hostile attitude, will not associate with the absorbers. Okay. We could think about declaring war on them, but we need to be the Federation president for that, and we are not at this moment, so that's fine. We'll just continue building off over this way. That's absolutely fine. We are negative by 1 volatile mote right now. We'll deal with that. That'll be fine. 75% done with our Titan. Looks good. And 50% done with these starbases. Well, that starbase. 40% done with the Uproth one. I guess that ship was a ways away yet. Okay. Oh, we lost a ship at some point. Cool. So we'll definitely get that Corvette built. That's not a problem. And we should probably go through and check through jobs at this point. We need a job on our capital. And we actually can get one. So we'll build an industrial district there. We need 3 jobs here, and that's only going to get us 2. So we should resettle this over to somewhere. It would eventually move. I don't really care where it goes, as long as it's working somewhere. Oh, that says rackets. Okay, sure. What else do we need for jobs here? Well, we need housing on Camthrin 2B. Sure. This is a unification center. So we'll put in a city district for now. What else do we have need of? For the time being, and really we should be unpaused while we're doing this. I'm used to having it paused because of the war, but we really should be unpaused at this point. This needs a demotion, and I guess building a mineral purification plant makes sense here. Cool. This mining world needs its devastation to be brought down still. There's nothing we can do on this research station right now. I mean, there are things we could do, but I don't want to do them. So we're just going to move this robot over to Sithrin right now. Wonderful. Over here on night shift, that's a demotion. Demotion. Demotions. Demotions. We could definitely get an advanced research complex going here. And beyond that, that looks good. Okay. So how are we doing in Gothra? We're at 81% now. Cool. So we're going to be hitting Caesar relatively soon here. Relatively soon. We'll just slowly make our push through here. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on these situations down here. Ruined orbital rings. Those are definitely noted. You know what? I'm going to go send the Cache Investigate to go survey this system. If we can grab this, that would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. We need to survey it first, so we'll see if we manage to get there before the AI does. I'd be a little bit surprised if we do, but it'd be magnificent to grab that. I would love it. So Gothra is at 90% right now. 80% on Uproth.
Blocker liquidated.
And we're working our way through these Tenica constructions. For now, that's reasonably fine. Cool. I'm not going to do these jobs since we'll probably do them at the beginning of next episode, but that's okay. The Havel Pious Covenant joined the Galactic Information Entente. Well, okay, if they want to die with the rest, I guess that's fine.
Complete.
We may as well, since we're no longer at war, sell off some of these resources. I know we already did, and now we're capped on our energy credits, so what are we going to put those into? Stockpiling dark matter? Honestly, that's not a terrible idea. Let's stockpile some dark matter here.
Combat detritus reprocessed.
There we
For
go.
a cleaner galaxy.
Cool. So Gothra is ready to go, and we're going to go hit Caesar at this point. That'll be absolutely fine.
Upscaling complete.
We're done in Uproth now, so let's build our mining and research stations here. We'll be done in Tenica shortly. The real question is, how is this going to end up going? I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab this construction ship, and it's going to pop back over here once it can. I would absolutely love to get our hands on these ruined orbital rings. That would be great. We definitely have the resources to repair them. So off we go on that front, and we're hitting Caesar here, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see about grabbing some of this territory and continuing to expand up here as well. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadowwolf, Emlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.